country in Southeast Asia. Our land and people is around 40% of the total land and people of Southeast Asia. You may ask why you should pay attention to Indonesia. Well, you can see that if you count the things that are important to you, Indonesia has plenty to offer. You are looking at an investment which is safe and provide high return. Indonesia enjoys a stable and significant economic growth for the last several years. Last year, our economic growth is 6.2%, higher than the average growth of Southeast Asian countries. In the area of capital market itself, our stock market indices has increased on the average about 20% per year since 2009. You are also looking at a big market, which is a safe political situation. Indonesia is a big market with 240 million people. Indonesia is the third largest democracy in the world, with a robust media and civil society. So we have peaceful political changeover in the last 10 years. Well, due to the economic performance, Indonesia has been accepted as a member of G20. And as the only Southeast Asia country who becomes a member of G20, we have a strategic role to voice regional interests in the G20 meetings. Well, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, despite the outstanding performance of the Indonesian economy, we believe that there are still a lot of challenges ahead of us that we have to overcome, including in capital market, in order to ensure long-lasting growth of Indonesia economy. This morning there has been a lot of discuss about China, but for the Southeast Asia, especially for Asian countries, we can see the challenges is in Indonesia. One of the challenges that Indonesia, and also mentioned by, I think Gerard mentioned also this morning, that the market is quite thin. So our challenge right now is how we can make the more IPOs and more public offering in Indonesia. For the last few years, we have seen a lot of capital inflow to Indonesia. However, these flows mostly for secondary market or trading in the secondary market. What we really need is that the flows of capital to Indonesia is to make the public offerings become bigger, meaning that the proceeds from IPOs can be used by the companies in Indonesia to finance their activities, so that they will help the growth of economy as a whole. And another important point in encouraging more public offering is that with more public offering, then the more product available in the market for investors to choose. So we already have our strategy to to increase public offering. We already have some strategy that we have in our master plan, and we call it Capital Master Plan for 2010 and 2014. The strategies, among other things, is that we will simplifying public offering procedures, and also simplifying continuing the disclosure requirements. With all the simplification, our capital market becomes more attractive and become more competitive for source of financing. So therefore, there will be more companies interested in raising capital in our capital market. But we have to be careful on that, because when we try to simplify our regulations, we cannot sacrifice investor protection. So this is come to my other challenge in Indonesia right now, that we also have to increase the number of investors. So we believe that investors will come to our market if the market is fair, orderly, and transparent. So what we have is that sorry, I think I need some water. Sorry. So what we have in mind right now is that out of the 240 million people, we do a lot of education, and also we do a lot of promotion. Sorry. And if we can increase the number of investors in Indonesia, which is right now only about out of 250 million people, we only have investors around 400,000 people. So it is less than 1% of our population. So if we have a good infrastructure in the market, and we believe that with a good infrastructure, then the market will be reliable. In order to do that, in 2012, we launched a single investor IDs. We launched also access card, so that our investor can monitor their securities account on a real-time basis. As the investor can closely watch their account, the possibility of fraud by the securities companies is significantly reduced. Another thing that we also did for investor protection is that we established investor protection fund and developed single investor ID for all capital market investors, including for investment fund investors. So with all those things that we did, we hope that the market will be more competitive. Let me come to my last issue on the Indonesian market. We just introduced the new supervisor for capital market. We call it Indonesia Financial Service Authority. With this Financial Service Authority of Indonesia, all the financial sectors, not just capital market, but also non-bank financial institution and also banking will be under supervision of this institution. So with this new organization or institution for supervising the whole financial sectors, it will be more easier for us to harmonize the regulations, to develop our markets, and to have more synergy between financial sectors. So the OJK, or what we call our Indonesian FSA right now, is today only supervise capital market and non-bank financial institution. But next year sorry, I cannot get cold right now. Sorry about that. I just arrived yesterday morning after the long journey from Indonesia to here, so I still have to adjust. Well, anyway, so the beginning of next year, January 2014, the banking sectors will also be supervised by our FSA. So as a single regulator for the whole financial market, our Indonesian FSA not just merely pull all the activities from previous regulators, but we also a lot of challenge or demand from people to consolidate, to strengthen, and also to conduct more effectively regulatory and supervision. So in addition to daily supervision activities, we are also focusing at eliminating regulatory arbitrage and overlap across all financial sectors. And we also develop a crisis management protocol. We also strengthening our IT and HR system, and also increasing consumer protection. So with all of those activities, we believe that the more development in our market. And talking about investor protection, we also have a new, what we call it, financial customer care. This is the unit in our FSA that receive complaints or asking information from people in the market, so that they can send their complaint, and then we can proceed and try to solve their problem. So a lot of been going on for the last 2 years, and especially for this year, when we start to have integrated supervision, and that we have consolidated supervision, and then we also try to put some energy for every financial sector in our market. So I think with those sharing with all of you, we hope that you can see more of Indonesia. And also one thing that come up this morning about the ASEAN, I would like to tell a little bit about ASEAN. It is true that in Asian level, in the region level, we try to make our market become a single Asian market. So we try to have ASEAN and an asset class. So we try to have exchange linkage among Asian countries. So we hope with the ASEAN as an asset class, the investor from UK, for instance, will see the market is a bigger market. So it is interesting for the investor from other country as a global investor to see ASEAN as an asset class and then to tap into our market. I think that's what I would like to share with you, and hopefully that more and more people understand about ASEAN, and we do a lot of effort to become a bigger and bigger market, so that more investors will be interested in our market. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I'd like to now start off with the companies, following that very interesting presentation in terms of developments in the local markets.